What is up, everybody? No, you do not have the wrong day. This is Wednesday, and Texans are talking football today. So we have a very special episode for you today. A little bit of a I-35 showdown. Wanted to bring on the owners of the Continental Football League teams. We've got down under me here Quincy Workman of the Texas Syndicate, and to my right, Josh Mayer of the San Antonio Toros. Welcome, guys.
What's going on?
Glad to be here. And I like how you got the screen set up with Quincy down on the bottom. That's where Austin kind of belongs. So we'll just kind of get that going right off the rip.
You know,
like I said earlier, man, little brother's gonna show big brother how everything rolls a little bit later. That's all it is.
I set the thing here in order of tacos. So San Antonio obviously up top, and Austin. Taco rankings. If I could drop you lower, I would. But this is as much of the screen as we get.
Don't bring that Torchies up in here. We don't even mess with that down here.
Oh.
If they
how you guys doing, man?
Doing good. Busy. Having fun.
That's good. That's good. Just tell me. I know Quincy, you kind of got a little bit of a jump start, with the syndicate. Josh, you kind of announced that the Toros were coming back. What is it? A week and a half, 2 weeks ago now.
Yep.
How is that going for you guys?
I'll let Big Brother go first.
Well, man, let me tell you, we're busy, but I got a great team of supporters behind me. If you guys are following us on social, we got our VP of content from United Football Media, Connor, on board with the ownership group. And then I got two business partners of mine that I have a couple other businesses with down here in San Antonio. And they're not supposed to get along. But before we get into the trash talk, Quincy is the nicest guy you will ever meet. He's been extremely helpful, and he took me under his wing right when I got going on this thing. I'll be honest with you, I kind of was talking to Quincy early on and about seeing what we could do, what my group of people that I know could do to help his team be successful. And then that horrible week where San Antonio's Brahma fans had their team ripped out from them for no good damn reason. And it went from mad the team left to so pissed off that I'm willing to do something crazy and trying to start our own team down here and jump in with the Continental Football League, talk to everybody with the league. The support from the league with Manny and Mike and everybody's been tremendous. Those guys are going to make this thing successful all on their own. All we got to do in San Antonio is not mess it up. And I'm sure Quincy can attest to that too. But yeah, it was a crazy couple of weeks. And when I first got contacted about the league, I thought, oh man, these guys want me to kind of just help out with media and do whatever I can do. I'm gonna do everything I can do to make Continental Football League successful. And I did not know it was going to lead to having a stake in ownership and being a team president for the Toros down here. That all transpired like a whirlwind, man. Let me tell you. But it was definitely an easy decision to make after seeing a good group of people that we're working with, all the way coming down from the league ownership, all the way to my neighbor to the north, up there with Quincy, and it's just been awesome. So, and let me tell you, every day something cool happens. So it's pretty neat to be on this side of it, so to speak.
Very cool, Quincy. How things going for you up there, man?
Things are going well. Slowly rolling through. Trying to make everything do. Like unlike my big brother, I have to do most of my stuff on my own. So it's gonna take me a little bit more time to get situated. But now, man, we're good. Like today, we just hired our defensive coordinator. So
all that
staff is coming along pretty well. We got a few players already signed, so we're just doing it.
Josh, he's got some coaching staff. He's kind of ahead of you there, man. When are we gonna know some of the Toros stuff?
Well, let me just put it to you this way. I can't put it all out there yet because I don't want to put nothing out till the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. But if we land our guy for the Toros, let me tell you, everybody in San Antonio is going to be absolutely ecstatic. we got a big fish we're going after. So if he bites, if we get lucky and he bites, let me tell you, it'll be something that will make our brothers up in Austin, the syndicate, really look around and be like, man, this we got something going on in San Antonio. Look, I don't want to get too into the weeds, but we have a team up in called Ohio Valley Ironmen that went undefeated in 166-0. So I'm not discrediting anything going on in Austin, but realistically, we got some pretty big shoes to fill. And my goal is to make sure that Ohio don't come down here and push anybody around in Texas, because we all know Texas is where the real football is at. And so that's kind of what my ambition is to make sure I got a team that as soon as we take the field, we ain't worried about nobody from the, what do they call that, Ohio Valley. What is that? That's in like 6 states. I don't even know. They're in West Virginia. I'm still trying to figure out the geography up there, man. I know where Austin's at. So, but yeah, they're established. They got more time behind us. So, we got a lofty goal to hit there. But if we get our guy on board, it's going to be awesome. Let's just say he's tied up right now and we get an answer. And we have a great plan B also. I'll tease a little bit for everybody out there is we're in talks with personnel that are very familiar with pro football in San Antonio, because they were just part of the organization that was ripped away from us. And when I say personnel, that's some office staff, that's some players, and that's also some coaches that we're kind of talking to and are reaching out and want to be involved. So a lot of exciting things. And as soon as we get stuff on paper, believe me, it'll be out there. You guys will be the first to know, man, because we need the San Antonio fans on board to help make this thing successful and be part of our group.
Now it's not Brian Kelly, is it? Because I know he is available now. So
no,
wow,
no. In fact, I think if he came down here, he probably would still be mad from the maroon and white bruises that he's got all over him. He don't want nothing to do with us in Texas, I don't think.
No.
So, I got to ask this, right? Because I can't stay away from a good conflict here. It sounds like we're kind of getting along, and that's okay. But we got to stoke a rivalry here too, right?
You got to understand. You got to understand. We're in our building modes right now. So this is the only time that we can actually just sit here and chill and talk and be good, because we're not at our planning phases, on our battle phases and everything at that point. So right now we just biding our time. Things will heat up very, very soon, because once I start taking a few of these players he's talking about, and they start signing with me, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you can definitely have all the players that want to sign with you, but the players that want to win are going to sign up for San Antonio, because we're going to take the whole thing first year. Just so you know, I mean, we put the league on notice already.
Never. That will never happen.
Quincy, you didn't bring no backup with you, Quincy. I got Poodle San Antonio hardcore supporters here. You're in here by yourself, man.
Hey man, and I do
I
that.
was like, just like with the team, man. You got to do everything, man. You got to do everything yourself.
I'm good with that. I can handle my own.
Yeah. So, in all fairness, right? We started out with us already teasing you and everything, so we're going to support all of you guys. Well, I mean, we're going to support the whole entire league, but especially the Texas teams, because we are, in fact, Texans talking football. And our job is to make sure that we're spreading a good spotlight on the leagues and the organizations and the teams that are kind of going on here in Texas. So we're going to give you a hard time because you're based in Austin and everything, but you're still family, and that's what family does. And we'll be the first to stick up for you guys also when somebody from outside of the great nation of Texas decides to try and talk a little trash, think that they can actually play football or something, and come down here and try and give you a little razzle dazzle. We'll be right there with you to give it right back to them. So, but
hey, big brother, little brother. I mean, already.
Well, you're right, because we're the big brother, because San Antonio was here first before Austin.
Big brother's got to take care of little brother. So we got you. We got you.
Exactly.
Except
don't
for
get
your
us out
college
giving
team.
up,
Yeah,
like,
except for
giving
your
me
college
something when
team.
I'm not beat
I don't got that, but everything else, we got you.
So let me ask you this, because I saw this just came out recently, and this is something new. I'm excited to see it, but this is kind of a new concept. Talk to us about this joint tryout that you guys are having. Like, obviously, you're going to be kind of, evaluating the same talent. Like, walk us through that whole process. Like, how did that all even come about?
Oh, I'll let Quincy answer it, because if I answer it, it's gonna be way too kumbaya. It's gonna be way too friendly, because basically he's just throwing us a bone and helping us out, man. He's like, I'm already doing this. Let's do it
Okay.
together.
Pretty much, this is how it went, man. Like I told him in the beginning, we all got to do this together right now.
Mhm.
Our goal is to make sure that these young men, not kids, get on the field and get seen.
Okay.
So if we got to play nice for a couple of months, before we start getting, things get heated up, we can play together in the sandbox for a little bit. But when lunchtime come, I'm gonna go get my lunch first, and I'm gonna sit down and eat it, and we're gonna be good.
Well, I don't have
So
to worry about getting my lunch, because I pack a lunch everywhere I go. So just write that down. The other thing is too, it's kind of neat, right, with the league and the way that the rosters are set up, is we get good talent from the San Antonio area, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll let you guys in on a little bit more. See, this is the kind of cool things that I don't get to tell people that normally even give a care. If I go tell my wife this, she doesn't care. But we got players already signing up via our link on our website. The league has the rule where you get so many players within your zip code, local players, right? That's a priority in the league. It's part of the league's philosophy. It's part of the team's philosophy. So we already got UTSA Roadrunner players signed up for our tryout. So even if they go up there and not obviously not current, they're in season. So these guys are like a year removed, right? So I don't want to share their names, but once a tryout happens, we'll have names and footage and all that stuff's going to come out. We got all kinds of stuff planned for that. But we got UTSA players already signed up, former players ready to come up there and put in work. And so even if Quincy wants to take the best player at this tryout, but it winds up being a UTSA player, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get dibs on that guy there too. But hey, who knows? Maybe if they get I don't know, is there even a good college that plays football in Austin? I
don't think there is.
Teams that lose to Vandy.
That's okay. I got State. I got Mary's and Mary, whatever the doggone D3 championship team. And I got Baylor, so I'll fight. I'll do what I can do.
So what happens if there's a player that's not in the zip code that y'all both like? Y'all both what? Y'all taking dibs? Y'all doing rock paper scissors? Little boxing match? How are y'all going to determine who gets this player?
It depends on the zip code. Yeah. There might be a zip code I don't want, and he can have one. So.
Nice. Well, so let me expand a little bit on Brian's question too, because we've talked about this, and we definitely talked about this with Coach Kelly on our interview with him the other day. But what if this is a player that couldn't make it for whatever reason into college, but he was an incredible football player, and he tries out and he makes the cut? How does that go as far as home turf? Or if it's a UTSA guy, but he's from Arizona, let's say, how is that going to work out? It's the most recent experience that brings them into kind of your territory.
How about a UTSA guy that was originally from Austin?
Yeah, you guys getting into the weeds, aren't you? You guys getting in the weeds. College experience and then home zip code, right? The home zip code is important, because let's say the guy's from Arizona, but now he lives in San Antonio. Well, that's going to help him, because he's going to be, because we're in market. There's no hub here. That's gonna help him to where he can still live where he's already living, play for a team where he lives, and be part of our community on a weekly basis, not have to be bussed down here from Dallas, right? And so that's kind of how that's going to be figured in there. We're going to be, if the guy lives closer to me, and Mr. Workman already has, if it's a lineman and he's already got linemen on his roster, and it's a no-brainer. He's going to come down here. So a lot of that's going to be factored into, and it also helps curb costs for the teams, right? So we got this crazy business model that is coming down from the league that we're going to follow. so that we can basically be profitable almost on day one. We are not going to have the problems like the UFL had, where we're losing hundreds of millions of dollars and having to relocate teams and bring in these crazy investors that are going to mess everything up. We're not going to have to worry about any of that, because if we're going to follow this business model and we're going to do what makes best sense for the league. So if this guy is right halfway between me and Quincy, and he needs them more than I do to get this thing started, then I'm going to just open the door and wish him well and tell him to get ready for his butt whipping he's going to get when we go up there.
Let's go.
So that's how we're going to do it, and I'm sure Mr. Workman would say the same thing to me. Like, hey, if that guy's a little closer to you, and maybe you need this position, and ultimately we're going to tag team to beat any Yankees. If any Yankees teams are talking some smack, I might let Quincy have somebody if I think he's going to beat a Yankee, just because we're going to beat them. You know what I mean? And I think that's the cooperation. It's kind of like the word that's used. But when we get on the field, when we get on the field, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. That's all I got. I can't tell you exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to definitely have special things lined out just for when we play that weird team from Austin.
How about this for the little tiebreaker? Just if there's someone y'all both kind of want. How about y'all competition of tackling drills, and then whoever wins gets the player.
All right, everybody already know I'm charismatic. I'm a people's person. Everybody already loves me. I mean, yes, y'all are coming in, so the players are going to gravitate to me regardless.
True.
I mean, I'm already not bragging or saying anything, but I mean, I've already got players that I've given to Manny and setting up for the teams that we got in the North because they play up there. They've already been reaching out, wanting to come down. I said, no, let's wait. Make sure a team ain't in your area. If they don't come, then you come down to us. So I'll let him have his little thing with the UTSA. It's all good, y'all trying. I mean, it be what it be.
Birds up, baby.
That's right.
So I don't know if you guys happened to catch the show last night, but this is something I wanted to make sure that I talked to you both about tonight, because pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. And that's in regards to the fan ownership of the team. BD can kind of attest to that. When we got to that part of the interview with Coach Kelly, and he started kind of breaking it down about, the fans actually owning the team. Now, I didn't really like his analogy. He was talking about European football teams, which it's true. It's a great model. I mean, that's how they do it. But I gravitate more towards, Green Bay and that kind of fan ownership. So I had to give him a little razz about that. But when we started talking about the fans actually owning the team, and Josh, you were talking about, the business model and everything, the chat lit up. Okay.
Definitely perked some ears up, when he said that.
I think that's going to be a good thing specifically for, us Texans guys, but for the league as a whole. So that may be something that you want to push. And what's up, Lauren? That's Lauren of My Panther Pride, now of My something or something. He's got a Michigan sports page. That's one of the guys that we met in our travels. Heck of a guy. Ran a great podcast in Michigan covering the Michigan Panthers, and then we all kind of know what happened there. So we're not gonna go too much in that.
I mean, I don't know if I'm sharing more than I should, but we already kind of talked about it. But
you probably are sharing.
Whatever. I don't care. What's she gonna do? You know what? Lauren is also going to join us for the Snap Decisions podcast.
That's true. That part's okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So he'll be the newest member of that one. So
right. But
there you
go. My sports huddle.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that we highlight that. So I know you guys can't probably give too much information about that, other than that there's going to be an opportunity. Us about that, as far as kind of who's not necessarily who's able to join, but maybe like price points. Is that Is that something you guys can talk about yet, or is that still no verboten?
Price points, we can talk. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but each team can basically set their price point what they want people to come in. Mine is 100. Like I said, mine's kind of low. I'm for the people, so mine's a little bit on the lower end than some other people's might be, but it's all about what you feel comfortable with. So it's not that bad.
Okay, so there's basically kind of like an affordable, every man's kind of buy-in point, and then it's going to range all the way up to whatever the cap is.
Whatever you want to give.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no cap.
Yeah, and I can tell you that I plan and hope to have both options. So one of the first things that I want to have to do is a season ticket package, right? So we're going to have our season ticket packages, and then we'll have what we call our owners season ticket package, or maybe we'll come up with a crazy name for it. And what's going to happen is you're going to get your season ticket, and then you're going to pay the extra, and take your money. There we go, baby. There we take it. And so that season package, if you get the higher end one, it's going to come with ownership in the team, right? So you're going to get your tickets plus your piece of the team all in one big deal. And then maybe if someone just wants to invest that are not going to the game, they'll be able to invest like that also. But we're definitely going to have part of that season ticket package as that incentive to actually become an owner. And I mean, I don't see why anybody, in my mind, I don't know what other teams are going to do, but in my mind, I don't see why anybody who's willing to be a season ticket owner for me doesn't get a piece of the team. That's the whole point. That's the whole model that we're doing. And so there's other things that are come to it. The fans are going to be represented. The fans are going to be represented on, these advisory committees and the boards that we're going to be having. And, one of the reasons that, Jay, I don't want to put all your business out there, but we've talked in the past. We've known each other for a couple of years. My season tickets used to be right behind his, like 2 rows back, and we were the rowdy guys down there until I got bougie and went up into the box. I will admit I got bougie and I went up it was nice up there, by the way.
It wasn't fun to where we were at. So
yeah, but where I was when I was sitting behind you, me and Jay almost got in a bunch of fights with the opposing teams and players, man. It was wild. We had a lot of fun down there. But I just don't see why we wouldn't embrace things like this. You guys are giving of your time and your energy, and you're making this content and you're producing it out there. I can tell you the league that just ripped our hearts out were anti-pod everything. Those people were so old and I'll say it dumb that they wouldn't even let a podcaster be part of anything when everybody knows the largest media platforms happening for any sport right now is podcast. Look what Pat McAfee's doing. He's the highest paid dude, and he's a podcaster. But for the UFL, it was like, oh, we don't want to talk to podcasters. Now it's different. I think our league's going to be that malleable, flexible thing, and we want to support the fan groups. So I mean that I don't know if y'all probably noticed y'all had the commissioner on your podcast. What would a chat? Yeah. I got to interview David Dykman for the UFL VP of the league one time, right? But I had to work my butt off to get that availability. I'm sure it was a lot easier for you guys to get Commissioner Kelly. As far as Manny, and you got 2 team owners right here, you guys wouldn't have been talking to The Rock or Danny Garcia.
No.
It would have just never happened. Although we got to talk to Danny Garcia, we had to track her down one time in the field, on the field at one of the events. But being available, supporting the fan groups, supporting those hardcore football fans that, if you're willing to dress up in a crazy cosplay costume on your own dime, on your own time, and come to the stands and act crazy and yell and write songs. We had a guy down here, y'all know, that wrote a song, a Horns Forward song for the Brahmas that he was trying to get some love with, and the team basically would just never even acknowledge the effort that he put into that. That's the opposite of what we're doing. And I think that's what's going to make this successful. You're going to get an ownership stake, and we're going to just embrace all of the football nerds. I call them football nerds out of a term of endearment. This is a bunch of football nerds that just want to hang out and have football. And if you're not a football nerd, go watch the NFL, dude. But this is for football nerds, and we can go on and on about the rules that they're bringing in and the creativity that we're going to have. If you guys want to talk about any of that. Just it's going to be awesome, man, to have that switch up in the game, make the game faster, add more motion to the game, change up the whole play style, and not be afraid to think outside the box a little bit. The league's going to be amazing, man. And when we get the product on the field, it's going to be like nothing anybody's ever seen.
So you're talking about the continental shift, right?
Yeah. And the players love it.
Yeah.
I've already talked to a few, and they are very, very excited to come in and try to be able to showcase everything at one time.
Okay.
So,
yeah, no, I will say, I tried to hype tonight's interview up kind of as that showdown, us establishing the beginnings of that frenemy relationship. And the reason why is because BD and I, in a different league, as soon as we found out we were getting a team here in San Antonio, went to the biggest opponents and immediately started talking trash. Respectfully, but immediately started talking trash. And
Respectfully-ish.
But we wound up making a lot of friends out of that. And we had a good, healthy, friendly rivalry, right? And that's kind of what we're trying to establish here. And when we did that, we went on all the pages, and I was being the nice guy. BD was just, guns blazing, ready to take everybody out. I went on and said, hey, look, guys, just so you know, we had the biggest fan base in the AAL with the San Antonio Commanders. You guys have the biggest fan base in your organization. It only makes sense that we kind of bank on that history and draw from that and try and get the two biggest fan bases to be the biggest rival in this organization. So all eyes are going to be on us. And they were like, okay, cool, we're down. And then we started talking trash, and that's how we met some mutual acquaintances, and there you go.
Oh, look who's in the chat here.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh, Yankees are here.
So maybe it's going to be Texans against everybody.
I didn't know the boss was listening. Hold on, Quincy, you got to give me a warning, man.
No, we gotta be ourselves, man. We can't change up just because the boss listen. That's fake. Nah, we gotta be who we gonna be.
Well, I will say, as a Yankee transplant, because I was born in Milwaukee, but I grew up down here. I don't have citizenship in the great nation of Texas, but I consider myself almost 100% Texan, and we know how to play some football. So, that's great that our friends up north have this different style, but we're Texans. We're going to dominate that too. So it's going to be all about us. So
I'm going to test you, Jay, to see if you're a real one. So Sunday morning, you wake up, you go down to the barbacoa shop, and you get yourself a half pound of barbacoa. What do you get to drink with it? We're gonna test you right now to see if you're Poodle San Antonio or not.
When I was younger and didn't have to worry about calories and things like that, it would have been Big Red. Now it has to be Big Red.
Okay, you passed the test. There you go, baby.
Yeah.
Now, do you get Doritos with it?
Oh, not me, dude. No way.
It depends on how spicy I'm feeling that day. Because I know I'm going to pay for it later, no matter what.
There you go.
But
they do got Big Red Zero now. Just throwing it out there.
They do, and I'm excited for that. But it's not the same. It's not the same. But
I don't know if y'all got Rankin over here ask a question. Any more Texas teams going to be added? Are you guys aware of anything, or I mean,
it's a possibility.
Possibility.
It's a possibility. I mean, but everything's a possibility. Let's put it like this. All teams will be within an 8-hour radius of little brother, because I was first, so I get to dictate the little geographics we got. But it's a good possibility we'll have a few more teams from Texas. Maybe we have one from our big brother up top. Maybe we have one to the left or the right. But
there you go, Warren. There you go.
And Warren's not wrong. I mean, there's something about us Southerners. Well, you Southerners, you guys are built to take that kind of stuff. I don't know about our Northern friends, and I can specifically speak for my family. when they come down here in June and July, they don't go outside because they can't handle it. I don't like it, but I'll go.
I'm born and raised in San Antonio, and I hate the weather in July. I'm also 43 and fat, so like this. What we got right now is my perfect weather right here. So give me 40 degrees for the lows and like 60, low 70s for the high.
Well, we're going to help you out, man. We're going to put you on the San Antonio Toros workout plan, but it's going to be cheering loud, sweating a lot of libations at night in South
Texas. The
Texas.
libations don't help with the weight loss, but
no. Well, you do. You got to depend. You can drink Michelob. Does that count as beer? I don't know.
No, I've got water right here. I'm good.
We'll get him on a low calorie vodka diet. He'll be fine. No
tequila.
Hey, but if you ever need like a lineman for one play, I'm your man.
You got us.
I'll take somebody out.
There you go.
Right before my knee shatters.
So we talked about the roster sizes a little bit with Commissioner Kelly, but what are you guys going to be kind of looking for first when you are building out your rosters? I know you've got a limited number of spots, and you've got only so many, and then you're going to have some on the practice squad, maybe a little bit of flexibility there. But like, what positions are you going to be targeting first? Who's going to be your main thing that you're going to be looking for?
Well, I'll let Quincy could probably answer better than I can because he's got a coaching staff. I'm going to just tell you my philosophy. Once our coaching staff is done, the coaching staff is going to be making those decisions, obviously, and depending on who we hire and what they want to run, that's how we're going to do it. The only other thing that I would say as a caveat is we want guys that have the right attitude and know what they're here to do. They're here to work. They're here to learn. They're here to be educated. They're here to get game tape. They're here to make a paycheck while they're playing, and then hopefully help hone their craft and their skill and go away from the team either ready to come back next year and be better or ready to move on to what's next in their professional career and development. But attitude's going to be key as far as scheme and schematic. There's an old saying, I believe Bill Parcells said it about you want me to make the meal, but you don't let me shop for the groceries. And he was kind of referring to a team that we're all very familiar with down in here in Texas, up in Dallas. Yeah. And that's going to be my governing philosophy. I'm going to make sure that the chef gets to pick out those groceries. You know what I mean?
Very nice.
Yeah, same about here. My staff knows what they want to do. So they go out there, find their players. Once they find which ones they want, I have a little conversation with them, make sure their heads are in the right spot, make sure they're gonna fit the culture that we have, and then we move on from there. But I know we both gonna have some issues in one area that we both gonna need to help each other out in, and that is linemen.
Mm-hmm.
So we linemen's gonna be our biggest thing to find.
That seems to be all levels of football. I mean, if you don't have a line, then you could have the best quarterback in the world, and if he's getting hit, 2 seconds after the ball snapped, he ain't worth a damn. So,
yeah, I even have a hat. I wish I should have wore it. I even think about putting it on, but I have a hat that says "Run the damn ball." But you ain't running nothing if you ain't got someone up there making holes for you.
No. And and on the defensive side, Cowboys are seeing right now what happens if you don't have a defensive line. Your secondary gets torched. So,
line is everything, man. Everybody says the quarterback, but if you ain't got a line blocking, the quarterback ain't nothing. So,
well, think about the A&M LSU game. We kind of were making fun of them earlier to start the episode. A&M dominated in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball. That's why they won that game. That's all there is to it. The O-line beat up their D-line, and the Aggies D-line beat up the LSU O-line. And that's it. That's what it was all about, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, right now, the Aggies are a dominant line. We're getting a little side topic, but that's okay. Jay's not here to course correct us, so. But yeah, I mean, a dominant line is that'll change your team. I mean, how many average quarterbacks have we seen, be very effective because there was a dominant line?
Yeah.
Troy Aikman.
Watch out.
Hey,
You watch. Now, you know what, dude? Let me tell you something. You keep my boy's name out. Look, I got right here. That's the Troy Aikman autographed cleat right there. And this up here, this is my. I'll let y'all on a little secret. The top helmet up here is my favorite football player of all time, childhood hero. You know, everybody's got their childhood hero. That helmet's autographed by Jay Novacek.
Oh wow!
And let me tell you, man, I got to meet him a couple times. He comes to San Antonio for like hunters extravaganza, stuff like that. Super nice guy, down to earth or whatever. But Aikman and Irvin and Emmett got all the love. But when it was third down and they needed it, that ball went to Novacek.
Yep.
And then also, the old line that they were playing behind was just old Larry Allen, right? That guy was a monster, man. And I just love those teams from the 90s. I sure wish we could get something like that again there for the Cowboys, but we're gonna do it down here in the Toros anyway, so we're gonna make it good.
There you go. Well, I mean, where are we at? We're at about almost 40 minutes.
Quincy, hold on real quick. Can I ask Quincy who's one of your childhood football hero fans, man? I got to give my story. Who you got?
Rod Woodson.
Okay.
Rod Woodson?
Yeah, man, that was Steelers were my team for the longest. I mean, I love defense. That's what I played. That's what I love. That's what I know. So Rod Woodson is my guy.
Nice.
My second would be Doug Williams.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So
I love it. What about you, BD?
Man, football heroes. So I've always grown up half basketball, half football. I mean, Spurs have always been my favorite team. So like just players that I gravitate to were more Spurs, like David Robinson. Is probably one of my favorite. Kind of the non-big name Spurs players. I loved Vinny Del Negro.
Oh, yeah.
He was always one of my favorite players. Football wise, man. I mean, it sounds. I loved watching Emmett play, and I love the triplets. I know they're the big sexy names of the '90s Cowboys, but just watching them play was just fantastic. So,
it's legit. So, Quincy, I guess you're the odd man out, man. You need to start rooting for the Cowboys and get your mind right. That's all I got.
Never, ever will I root for Cowboys. Never. It's not going to happen. But there is one thing we need to also bring out. During our tryout on the 30th, we will also be having a food drive and a pet drive. So if people would like to bring out non-perishable goods for families, or some dog food or cat food for some animals or some whatever, we will greatly appreciate it. We'll be right after the Thanksgiving season, so a lot of the food banks in the area are probably going to be running low on food. So that's one of the things we want to make sure that we put out to everybody to be aware of. Even if they just want to come by and drop it off, we'll greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so this is November 30th, correct?
Yes.
Not tomorrow 30th. Where's this going to be at?
We're kind of hosting it in between our two perspective areas. So kind of in that San Marcos area, there's a school called San Marcos Christian Academy. Beautiful brand new facility. It's amazing. We're going to love it. It fits exactly what we need to perfection. And there's stuff already posted on at CFL Toros X account, Facebook account, and all that. It's got the address and locations. And I know Quincy's been posting it too. So just go check the socials for the exact dates and times and players. That's the thing too. If you guys or listen to this, you know a player or player listen to this, the registrations are open. You go online, get your name down, and go from there. But yeah, it's in a beautiful facility. I can't wait for everybody to get introduced to it.
Well, perfect. That sounds fantastic. And we'll be sure to kind of share that out as well. Just kind of all the information. I mean, hey, you know what? You guys are starting off right. You're doing stuff for the community. You know, that's fantastic. I love it.
Hey, see, this is what you got to do. Start getting them texting you already. Hey, coach, you still got spots? Man,
Well, hold up. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on that name.
Yeah.
no, I can't do all that. Now I'm gonna be mad if he up north and I can't really touch. But yeah, that is one of the hardest things I'm doing right now. And in a little bit you're gonna have the same feeling. You're gonna see a guy that you're gonna want, and he's gonna be nice, and he's gonna fit everything you want, and he's gonna be from Jersey or he's gonna be from Ohio, and you're gonna be like, damn. I'll be like, where's your family located at? Is your family up there?
Well, I'm glad you said Jersey, Ohio. We don't have to worry about any of them being from Austin, so we don't got to worry about that. There ain't no football players up there.
It's okay. I'll grab from someplace else. I'm gonna get a buy. You know, I'm the baby brother. So I'm gonna cry a little bit and
see.
I'm gonna get the waivers and everything. You know,
that's that humble trash talk. You catch that? You catch that? So he's already hyping himself up. You know what I mean? See, I haven't referred to him as little brother once. He keeps referring to himself that way. That's him hyping himself up. But
marketing.
Yeah,
marketing.
Maybe you also know who the big dog is on the porch too. I don't know, but either way, you're playing games already with me.
It's all good. I mean, you'll catch up with me soon enough.
That's it. We do have a lot of players in Texas, so you know.
Stay out of Ohio.
Hey, now, I mean, I did just throw y'all one. I might call him back and, you know, get him to move down here in a couple of weeks, and then he'll be a Texas citizen and we won't have to worry about Ohio no more.
Yeah, we get that. We can get that.
Let's do what the high schools be doing.
Right.
Yeah, we'll give you a waiver to use your grandma's address. Whatever we got to do.
So what's the next thing that's going to come out for each of you guys? You know, obviously Quincy, you're syndicate. Y'all have been announcing coaching staff. You know, what's kind of the next thing that we're looking to see for you guys?
From us, it'll be mostly probably a few of the players that we signed that we haven't put out there yet, and community events. We're having a meet and greet also in Austin on the 29th. My coaching staff will be here. So that to meet the community, talk to a few people, and then we're going to figure it out from there. December might be a little bit slow because it's cold, but we'll pick it right back up in January.
All right. Josh, what are we looking for the Toros? Kind of the next thing we should be looking out for.
Sure. So our action plan right now, our shop's fixing to get rolled out. So we're about to have our gear and swag out there. I think everybody's going to be happy with that. That should be out within the week. We're in negotiation with a couple of different parties as far as stadium. We definitely, I know that's one of the things that our fan base here in San Antonio is really hungry to get that information. So we're working heavy on that. We're bringing on sales personnel. I had my first actual true talk nothing but sales and marketing strategy meeting last night. We did it down there on the Riverwalk over a nice margarita on the rocks. So we'll have that stuff coming out here real soon and start ironing out our hammering down our strategy. And then after that, we really coaches would be a big point for us. So we're going to try to get that answered as soon as possible. And then just getting the support that we need to provide to the league and to our little brothers up there in Austin for the tryouts on the 3rd. See, I got you. I saw you perk up down there, Quincy. I saw you pork up. But doing what we can do to make sure that tryout is successful, professional, and well ran. But we've had so many amazing things happen down here. And if I was at liberty to say all the crazy stories that has happened just in the past 2 weeks, some of them you guys wouldn't even believe me. But as soon as we get the I's dotted and the T's crossed, we're going to get that information out there as soon as we can. So So stay tuned. It's going to be an amazing few months.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, kind of after we shared the interview with Coach Kelly last night, the league has been there's been no lack of information or updates and stuff ever since it was announced. Like kind of it's been every week, every couple of weeks, something's new coming out. Something they're kind of letting a little bit out there. So I've enjoyed kind of the stream of information that we've been getting.
Yeah, that's by strategy. I'll tell you, Manny's a wizard at some of those things. Hey, did you see the Ohio Valley Ironman comment about the Menger Hotel just a second ago? A little side history. The first time that I actually met Quincy was down there over a cold drink at the bar there at the Menger Hotel, and at that time, I would have never guessed that one day me and him would be talking trash on a podcast and texting back and forth. We'd been texting back and forth and calling like every day, just like a good, good teammates would do as they're planning for a big event like the season coming up. So it's pretty interesting they put that down on there. That was my first meeting with my counterpart here, and let me tell you, it's been a wild ride.
Very nice. That's a pretty nice bar at the Menger Hotel. I've had my fair share of drinks down there as well.
There you go.
So that's a fun bar to go to.
I stay.
Do what?
I like the country. I like to stay in the house.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I have a lovely bar. I'll stay in the house.
Yeah. It's a lot cheaper. At the house.
Well, no, it's trauma. It's a trauma reaction. When I was here earlier and I was an instructor, we was not allowed to go down to the Riverwalk because all the students were there. So it's still kind of ingrained in me to stay away from that area. So maybe one day I'll actually go down there and enjoy it like everybody else do.
I mean,
after a few more years of counseling.
Riverwalk's okay. I mean, it's a big tourist trap, but you've got a few good places you can go to. So
a block away from the Riverwalk, either way, you can find some pretty good spots.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite place, if I'm going down to the Riverwalk, I'm usually going to Dirty Nelly's because it's one of the few places that has Smittix on tap. So
there you go. See, that's a little insider info for everybody out there.
There you go. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything else, guys. Do y'all anything else y'all want to share?
Stay tuned, man.
Last minute jabs.
Stay tuned.
Nah, just stay tuned and don't everybody just don't get comfortable with us being like this. Just like I said earlier, just
can I
gotta play right now.
I'll just ask one question that everybody wants to know. Both of your fans, Quincy, want to know. Both of the fans that are following you on Twitter really want to know. What is it?
Like I said, like I told you before you say your thing.
I'm just kidding. But what?
No, before you say your thing, just because you inherited, and you inherited, I'm going to say it another time for everybody, inherited a fan base because the team left.
But we still got to earn their trust.
Don't be throwing it out there like I don't have anything.
No, I apologize. I'll take it back. But I really need to know answer the question. What is a syndicate? Everybody knows what a Toro is. That's a bull. What's a syndicate?
Only thing I like off the bulls are the tails, because oxtails and everything. So we'll be all right. Mount them on the wall, horns and everything. We good. Nah. So a syndicate in my thing is a group of people, a corporation or organization that wants to put things together and work together. That's my thing. Gathering people, making a big family, and letting us go out there and do what we got to do. It's just a network. And I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's kind of sad that it refers to gang organizations because most of them are criminal organizations use it. But I mean, in actuality, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go and do your research.
No, I was just joking around. I knew what it was, but I wanted to, take a little shot at the syndicate up there.
It's okay. Like I said, we're gonna be a big family. We're gonna take over some of your people too. You'll be surprised.
I hope so.
Perhaps.
So you know what? Quincy, you kind of mentioned it, and I do want to ask Josh. I'll ask you a question. You talk about, okay, Josh inherited a fan base because obviously we just lost our team, but San Antonio, and I think even more now, is going to be very gun shy about throwing their support behind another football team. What do you do? How do you quell those people that are apprehensive, that are like, man, I'm not getting behind this one. I spent way too much money with the last one, the one before. How do you bring those fans back in? What are you doing for that?
Like he already said, be out in the community. You got to go out in the community. Like I said, me and the quarterback that we signed, we've been out since before we even really made a team announcement or anything. He's been with me at the women's shelter downtown over by Incarnate Word. We've been at a few of the school drives in the beginning, just building fan bases. We've been at a few of the community events up in the Pflugerville, Round Rock area. Got to get your name out there. You got to build that relationship with the kids and the younger folks. So, in my thing, if you get the women and you get the kids behind you, everybody else is going to follow. I mean, I know everybody thinks the men and we run everything because we mostly the loudest, but not one man here said, if his wife said, baby, I want to go to a football game, it's not going to go, even if they don't like it. Just like when it's time to go to a ballet or opera, they're going to be, I want to go. And what we're going to do, we're going to put on our little tuxes or what we got to put on. And we're going to take a little shot before we walk out the door. And then we're going to smile and take her where we got to go. So, I mean, it's all about just building that rapport with the fan base.
Yeah, I'll echo the same sentiments, is getting out there in the community. And from what I know of the community in San Antonio, first thing we got to do is earn their trust. We have to make sure that they trust us. And the best way that I know to do that is by letting people get to know me, and also letting them know that I'm doing this for passion. I'm not doing this for a career. I'm not doing this for a job. I'm not doing this because I woke up one day and wanted to be part owner of a sports team or franchise. Literally, I'm doing it because San Antonio deserves pro football. And I was just pissed off enough to try to do it myself. And so I got to earn that trust and respect. One of the things we need is stability. And that's another thing. That's why this whole fan ownership model is going to really help us, getting people like you guys on board to help us out. Another thing that we're focusing on is we're interacting with school districts, some of the largest school districts in and around San Antonio. We're going to try to get these school districts on board with us. We're also interacting with some of the largest employers in San Antonio to get them on board. We're going to reach out to city of San Antonio employees, Bexar County employees, suburban city employees, all the people that are part of the community, and get them involved. Anything we can do to bring on those people that instill trust in us to be good stewards of pro football fandom. That's what we're trying to do. We want to support our community. We want to do fundraising activities. I know there's Brahmas groups that were doing fundraisers all the time and just constantly doing things for the community. The Brahma mamas and everybody, they're always doing, Jay was always doing stuff. People are always doing stuff. We need to just take that, cultivate it, and support it. If someone on Facebook reaches out to me or one of the other people that's part of our group and says, hey, we're doing an X, and we want someone from the team to be there, we're going to move mountains on earth to get someone there to show support from the team. And that's just what we're going to do. And, that's why when we look at that fan or the player allocation and try to make sure we have these local players on our rosters, that's the whole point.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm allowed to share. And maybe as we get going on in the league, I have some meetings coming up. And when we get to the point of sharing the uniqueness of how this is set up and how everything's operating down here, it's, when you guys really get into the nuts and bolts of the COFL and our governing principles for the league and our teams, understand that those are not just hollow words. Supporting San Antonio, and in fact, in my bylaws, it says to honor the city of San Antonio and surrounding communities, to honor them. We're not even, it goes further than supporting them or being here for them. We want to show them the honor that they deserve for spending their Saturdays with us and spending their dollars to go sit in the stadium and watch these players chase their dreams. And we need to make sure to never forget that. We're here for the community of San Antonio.
And I'm kind of holding Jackie's comment here. With the Horns Forward podcast, we did a lot with the all that stuff you're talking about, and just kind of like what you're talking about now. We had a great relationship with the front office to be able to do stuff to get players for. Oh, well, trying to hide it to get players and stuff. And it sounds like you're right there too, which is absolutely perfect. And I totally agree. That's how you build the trust of the city is you get in the city and you show them that, hey, we are y'all. So.
Well, and I think, again, I hate to jump in here and keep harping on this point, but the transparency of the league and the ability for the community to actually take ownership of the team. That's what's going to build that fan base trust as well. And I know the commissioner talked about it in his interview. You want something to survive here? You got to get involved. You got to buy in. You got to be out there helping out and supporting and making sure that, these things are happening. I'm sure, there's going to be, opportunities for like promo events, stuff like that. It's going to fall back on the core group to bring in the not so core group to get them to buy in as well. But it starts with being involved in that community. And you guys can attest to this. One of the biggest things that we battled was nobody knowing who that team was that was here in San Antonio. And so you invite somebody to go to a game and they're like, what's that? What is that team? Isn't that like, livestock? Is that a stock show or something? Right? Nobody knew what was going on. So we're not necessarily a word of advice, but something I definitely want to encourage you guys to do. Make sure you do those things like you guys just said, right? So it kind of a little bit unfortunate timing, but if we could have, made some of these things happen a few weeks earlier, we could have definitely gotten involved in like a trunk or treat event, right? And gotten people to go out there and support the team that way. But those are good community building events. And so from that standpoint, I'm sure you guys have already thought about a bunch of that stuff. And so I'm excited for what this is going to lead to. So I'll get off my soapbox now.
It's a good soapbox. It's a good soapbox. That's where we all need to be on, same soapbox.
So, and like Jackie says here again, we had to do a lot, and just hearing that, you're willing to kind of jump in. You've got a very passionate, or what can be a very passionate fan base. That just, we're willing to jump in and do whatever we can. So it's just, we're excited.
Yeah, I think the difference is there you go. Her comment about doing it for the league. I think it's we'll be doing it for the league. We'll be doing it for the Texas Syndicate. We'll be doing it for the San Antonio Toros. That it'll all be byproduct. But what we're actually doing it for is for our fellow football fans here in San Antonio. That's what we're doing. We're doing it for us. We're doing it for the fans. This is what we're doing it for. Other people say that they're about the fans. Look, we are the fans. We are the fans. You guys are going to be the owners of these teams. We are the fans that started the team. A bunch of fans got together to pay for the franchise. That's it. That's what we're doing. And so you guys putting in that work, you're actually putting in the work for something that you are actually a part of.
And Jason's about to die.
Yeah, just a little bit, but it's okay.
Put your seatbelt on.
Don't yell at me, child.
Put your seatbelt on.
Hang on, my daughter's yelling.
You make me so bad now. You make me sound like I
So
yell
like
at you.
like you were talking about before, right? Get the wives involved, get the kids involved, especially the daughters,
You sound
right?
I'm
Because
freaking yelling at you, bro.
because dads are always going to listen to their daughters, right? So
Bye.
if daughters decide to say, see, bud,
Bye.
if daughters decide to say that they want to get involved in this organization, love you, bud, and support their team and maybe kind of branch out and do their own fan thing because they didn't really get an opportunity with the last group. They maybe got like 2 or 3 games to spread their creative wings. Then dads, listen to them. Let them fly. Okay, let them spread their creative wings and be whatever Toro group that they want to be, or Texas Syndicate group, or Ohio group, whatever they want to call themselves. But dads, let your daughters fly, man. Because as the commissioner said, the demographic he's shooting for is everybody, right? So it's not going to be exclusive to just old guys.
Quincy, you said it too, man. Getting in the schools, getting these kids, because I mean, kid comes up is like, "Hey, Dad, I want to go to a football game. Hey, I saw this team came to my school and handed out school supplies or did this or whatever. I want to go see them play, man. That's how you hook families."
That's right.
Yep. So, the one thing I will say, and this is going to be a poorly disguised shot, okay? But the organization that was here before, that we don't know all the details about what happened or whatever, but what we do know is that when there would have been a good opportunity for that organization to reach out to these solid fan bases and have us help them get involved and try and work things out, they didn't. They've just packed up and left. Didn't say a word to anybody. With what you guys are doing here now, again, getting involved in the community, having the team owner or the fan ownership of the team, doing all those things, that's going to be key to the success here. And even in Austin, I know there were some fans that were in and around the Austin area that were affected by all of this. Now they've got a team, kind of in their own backyard, and now they can take ownership of that too, and they can get involved and they can do their thing. So, as Jackie had said before, it's that core group. Once you establish that core group, everything else takes off. Nope. Us 3 of us right here, we're part of a core group. Now we're just moving it to a new organization, one that isn't going to leave us in the cold and the dark in the middle of the night, right? So that's my poorly disguised shot.
All you got to do is take everything that's yellow and paint it brick red. Everything you got, just change it to brick red, and we're golden.
No, I think burnt orange will look better.
Now you're going off track again.
But this can be easily modified. Okay,
brick red, baby.
And I talked about this with Commissioner Josh. You and I have talked about this already. What I'm more interested in is when that merchandise is going to come out, right? Because I can't show support for a team if I don't have fresh gear to show off to the people who don't know what the Toros are.
Already out.
My
store's already out. It's store/TexasSyndicateGroup.com. So you want to come and get some of my gear? It's already out there. It's fabulous. Designs are great.
I need some kindling. I'll buy a shirt. I need some good kindling.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
is it burnt orange?
It's going to be so good. You're going to just keep ordering more. It's all good.
I mean, if it's burnt orange, I could use something for a floor mat too. So.
Wow.
Hey, I had doing this. Okay, you can buy a floor mat. I got them. We good. You good. You want a drink? We got one of those. You need a pooper scooper. We got that too.
So make sure that you guys send us those links for those stores so that we can post them on our face also, or on our Facebook page, and on our face. That would be weird. But that we can put them on our Facebook page, maybe draw up a QR code that we can feature every now and then that links back to your store. And that way we can share the merchandise. The only thing I'm going to ask a big favor, the request I had that fell on deaf ears on a different organization, please make a cool dry fit shirt. That's all I ask. Just a good dry fit shirt.
Hey, put it like this: make the design and send it to me, and you have your own Texas Syndicate jersey.
Hey, we got dry fit. We got dry fit coming, and we also got Lululemon coming. So we're gonna have
what?
Look, you guys are the first people that's not part of the ownership group to know that. But when our store we're gonna roll out our initial store to get it going. That should be out within a day or two. But once the full version gets out, and they're not waiting on us. We're waiting on the store to be geared up to ready to rock and roll. So you guys are not having to wait a long time for your gear once it's ordered. But when it gets rolled out within the next couple of weeks, some of the items out there is going to blow your mind. The other thing that's pretty cool is we're designing everything in-house with Ace from United Football Media and with a guy named James, who's like the merchandise guy. They're designing all this stuff in-house, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, dry fit's coming. We got fishing shirts coming. We got T-shirts coming. Lululemon. It's going to be awesome, man.
I swear to God, Jason, if you roll up to the tailgate in a pair of Lululemons,
it's not for him.
Hey, man, don't be questioning my fashion choices. No, what I was surprised about, you said Lululemon. Thank God my daughters were not in the truck, because if they heard that, I would have had to about $300 worth of Lululemon stuff.
I missed my marketing deal. Yeah. She was just in there. Dang it.
So, shameless plug, no joke. You want some ideas? Go hit up Jackie. I don't know if you've seen some of the designs she did for the Horns Forward podcast. I mean, you can go to this QR code that's right next to your head. Kind of go around in that little shop. You can see some of the Horns Forward stuff that she designed. Fantastic job. So, y'all want some ideas? Go hit her up.
All right, fellas, I gotta go. I gotta get into.
Yep.
Okay. We need to probably wrap it up here, anyways.
Yeah, I gotta go eat some dinner.
Thank you guys so much for jumping on with us, man. This is fantastic. And I mean, we'd love to keep having you guys on. I mean, you like you said, Josh, you want to jump on podcasts, you want to be part of the biggest growing media there is. We'd love to have you.
Hey, anytime y'all want me, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. Well, we will definitely be making this. I was just going to say, we'll definitely be making this more of a regular thing, because there are going to be more announcements and more developments and more things coming out. And we want to make sure you guys have that platform to share it with the fans, so we can continue to draw people in, especially if, from what I've heard some rumors, there might be some familiar names coming back. We might want to definitely let our fan bases know about that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
so that being the case,
any and all Jaded Brahmas are welcome, fans or employees. Give me a call.
There you go. Fellas, y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all.
Brian, stick a fork in it.
All right. Hey, you know what? Thank you guys, everyone who was joined us for this special edition of Texans Talking Football. Oh, what? I'm doing the ending now. You want to say something again?
No. I'm getting mad at another driver.
Okay. Sorry.
That is a little bit of on-air road rage. But no. The only thing I wanted to say is, first and foremost, thanks to Josh and Quincy for jumping on. Really appreciated that. I love where this frenemy relationship is going, that we're going to have a good, solid, healthy rivalry, but we're also there to support each other. Kind of like some of the other fan bases did in a different organization, right? We're going to definitely support the Ohio Valley Ironmen as well. We might even have to make a road trip up there if we get that opportunity to. Definitely want to thank all the fans.
Back here, Toro's on tour.
Yeah, I don't see why not, right? And definitely, Jackie, make sure you watch our interview with Coach Kelly, the commissioner of the league, because some of that has been addressed. And a lot of that touring is going to be a lot easier than what we've ever experienced before. It's going to provide a lot better opportunities, like a lot more affordable kind of travel stuff. But watch the interview. Let him talk about it. Also, definitely want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Jackie for popping in and making sure that, you know, the ownership knows that there are people out there that are going to be beneficial that the previous organization overlooked, right? Not saying that the organization needs to, you know, incorporate every single fan and every single fan idea, but it's nice to know that they're listening and they want some of that feedback, and it is going to influence things. So I'm excited about that. And yes, honey, bro, I know, right? I'm driving. I'm trying to get home. It'll be okay. Stop yelling at me, please. Definitely want to thank all the rest of the fans, AFN, X-Fan Network, A-Train Show, all you guys that have tuned in and watched and are you know, supporting our efforts to, you know, grow this podcast. Much love and appreciate. Make sure you tell your friends and stuff about it. As this podcast grows and as the COFL grows, we'll be bringing you a lot more content with that. And we would love for you to share that with your friends and give us an opportunity to continue to grow our fan base here. So, but with that, much appreciated. Brian, stick the fork in it finally. I'm done.
All right. Well, I mean, we said our goodbyes yesterday on the show, but you know what? So we're saying again, suck it, Arizona.
Suck it, whoever we're playing.
Later, guys.
Later.